So Trump is in the news again. This time, apparently, his Truth Social account had posted a racist image of Barack and Michelle Obama being depicted as apes. What are we to think of all of this? You see, the first knee-jerk reaction, and I'm seeing this from many folks online, is, oh, Trump's a racist, and oh my goodness, how could he post this? This is the worst image. This is the worst thing I've ever seen out of a president. Blah, blah, blah. You have to remember that Trump and his administration operates within the context of the U.S. government. And the U.S. government is a well thought out and managed system with a very long strategy at play to effectively refactor the relationship between the populace, the citizenry, and itself. That is, and I don't want to get into what that engagement model will look like long term, not in this video, but nevertheless, the U.S. government is trying to facilitate a real strategy, and it needs Trump to play his role in doing that. And post like this is a part of that strategy. It's his role to play as the agent of chaos, which I know I mentioned in my first video, and I'll say that here again, that Trump, as an agent of chaos, has been put in place to really help usher in a different kind of regime or administration, if you want to call it that, that we as citizens will demand for after having endured the chaos regime of Trump. That's the whole point. So when you see these posts, yes, you can shoot it down and say, oh, he's crazy, he's racist and all that. But at the end of the day, you have to look at the strategy that's actually being deployed here. So I think the Trump White House team came out and said that this post was put out, by a staffer or someone that should not have done this, whatever. They're going to say that because, again, the whole point of this agent of chaos, which is Trump, is to usher in a new type of regime. Now, while he's president, as any other president, including himself, Biden, and others that came before him, part of their role is to ensure that the populace remains politically engaged. So even by posting content like this sort of racist, content depicting Barack and Michelle Obama as apes, even in doing that, it is to sort of ignite the populace to engage politically. So for those that lean left, liberal, democratic, or maybe even centered, you will see this post and you're like, hey, we need to make sure Trump is out of here and the Republicans are replaced in the midterms, and I'm going to go out there and vote, and I'm going to go out there and talk about why I don't like Trump and da 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 da, because all of that gets you to be more politically engaged, right? And for the conservatives, they might find themselves in a position trying to defend Trump or in this kind of content and maybe say, yeah, Trump, you need to clean house. Some of your staffers are trying to embarrass you. Your members of your team are trying to embarrass you. You need to get rid of them. And, and then again, all of that helps them. All of that is supposed to get them to be a little bit more engaged by saying, hey, Trump, this is what you need to do. And Trump, and trying to defend Trump and on Instagram and social media. All of that is just supposed to get us to get more politically involved, politically engaged. We need to maintain our political participation. That's super important for this system, again, to really sustain the supposed democracy that we live under. So what I will say this, I wouldn't get too crazy about all of these things. I mean, look, tomorrow Trump could post something crazy like a KKK member or whatever, and him wearing the KKK hat or whatever, or the hood, right? Like, he can post that tomorrow, then take it down a few hours later and be like, oh, it was an accident. And look, it's all meant to get us to be more politically engaged. But unfortunately, most people in the population lack critical thinking skills, and therefore will react emotionally to what they're seeing without first thinking about, wait a minute, Trump operates within the context of the U.S. government, which is a system that is well managed well thought out, and has a long strategy, a very elaborate strategy at play. When you think about it from that standpoint, then some of these actions, these tweets will start to make sense.
I'm still learning.